Hi, everyone. This is Aurelia Tavares. How are you? Hi, is this meeting still on, guys?
Hi, Adelia. It should be. So I see Cedro's here. I think we're waiting on a few more board members to be able to have a quorum. But we should be getting started shortly. Thank you for your patience in the meantime. Isidro, are you with us?
I'm here and you're waiting to see, texting to see if we can get quorum. Texting some.
Okay, I think we just need one more person to have quorum.
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I see that Leo just joined us and having Carl, Angel, Leo, myself, we now have quorum. So I'd like to call this meeting to order.
Mr. Medina, I'm here too. I just had a little trouble opening.
Thank you, Soraya.
Thanks.
We're calling this meeting to order at 6:37 on this Wednesday, January 11th. This is the meeting for the License Committee. Soraya, if you so kind, please welcome those folks that, in case they don't speak English, that they would know that we are formally starting the meeting.
Buenas tardes, bienvenidos. Estamos formalmente comenzando la reunión y para aquellos que necesiten interpretación en español, por favor levanten la mano o déjenme saber, con gusto los ayudaré.
Very well. I'd like to wish everyone Happy New Year. I hope that you and your family enjoy the holiday season and that everyone is safe and sound and that you all had a great time. Before I start, I'd like to thank once again the staff at CD12, starting with the district manager, Vanessa Smith, who has done a tremendous job for the community and community board, but more precisely to the licensing committee. And also Chanel Paniagua, that is also online. So thank you both. And with that, let's proceed with a formal introduction of all the members. Again, my name is Isidro Medina, I'm the chair of the License Committee, followed by Angel. Angel, please, if you can introduce yourself.
Give me just 1 second. Sorry, I'm multitasking at the moment. My name is Angel Vasquez. I serve as the vice chair of the licensing committee, a role that I've occupied now for about 2 years. I am a resident down in 160th Street, so down on the southern end of Washington Heights. Be here to be supportive of our local community and our restaurants and small businesses. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Angel. Let's now introduce Leo Jimenez. Leo, please introduce yourself.
Thank you, Cedro, and I apologize everyone for my tardiness. I just got home from work. My name is Leo Jimenez. I've also been on the committee for quite some time. Active member of the board for about 3 years. I live in the northern point of Washington Heights near Inwood. So I'm glad to be here with everyone. Look forward to hearing from these businesses as we as a committee look forward to promoting the business owners and their business. So thank you.
Okay, let's thank you so much, Leo. Let's proceed.
You also, Chair, you also have Carl present.
Yes, thank you, Angel. Carl, please introduce yourself.
Yeah, thank you. This is Carl Udebu, committee member, live in Washington Heights. And yeah, Happy New Year to everybody. And let's have a great meeting. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Carl. Now let's proceed to introduce the district manager, Ebenezer Smith. Ebenezer, you have the floor.
Good evening, everyone. Happy New Year. Once again, my name is Ebenezer Smith. I am the district manager of Community Board 12. Like Isidro said, we support this committee in the process. If any applicant has any question regarding the process, the dates, don't hesitate to call the office 212-568-8500. Have an excellent meeting tonight.
Thank you so much, Ebenezer, for your assistance. Now let's proceed to introduce Chanel.
Hi, everyone. I'm Chanel Paniagua. I'm the community associate at CB12. I hope everyone has a good meeting and Happy New Year. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chanel. Now let's proceed to introduce the 33rd precinct, please. Do we have any officers on the Detective Torres? Please introduce yourself. Detective Torres from the 33rd precinct, please introduce yourself to the rest of the committee. If not, let's proceed to 34, but I don't see anyone from 34 precinct. Very well. Once they come in, I'll be more than happy to introduce them. So let's proceed with the agenda. If you have any questions on how we're going to proceed, please let us know. But usually we're going to hear all the applicants, and then the committee is going to vote after listening to some of the observations from both precincts on a particular matter. On that note, Angel, if you're so kind, now let's talk about the minutes before we start.
Chair,
Do we
I'll
have any
run
volunteer for the minutes?
yeah, Chair,
Thank you,
I'll run to the meeting minutes this month.
Thank you so much, Leo.
Leo, did you get the template that Sinari sent over?
Yeah, I received it. I again apologize for not responding. I've just been very busy, caught up at work the last few days, but I did get it. Thank you.
Very grateful, Leo, because neither Rob actually reacted on that note, so I appreciate the fact that you're volunteering yourself. Thank you so much. So Angie, if you're so kind, please do the roll call.
Yep,
Do the call.
I can get us started here. So the first set of applicants we're going to be calling up are seeking renewals of their on-premise liquor licenses. The first one is Punto de Sabor Inc., located at 1464 St. Nicholas Avenue between West 183rd and West 184th Streets. Do we have a representative for Punto de Sabor Inc.?
I received a call from Punto de Sabor, and they do not have a complete application, and I asked them, what's going on. Apparently the attorney, they're having problems communicating with attorneys. But they did not submit a complete application, nor did they post a public notice. I felt they're going to be present at this meeting, but taking into account that we have been consistent in how we proceed with applicants that do not have the complete application nor abide by the regulations by the board, we'll proceed to negative vote.
All right.
If no opposition, let's stop.
Okay. Isidro, how do you vote?
No.
I vote no. Leo, how do you vote?
No.
And Carl, how do you vote?
No.
Thank you, Chair. That is no votes in favor, no 4 votes in opposition, no abstentions.
Thank you so much, Andrew. So this application fails. And I just put a note that there was no one present to talk about expanding this license. So let's proceed to the next one.
Great. The next applicant to consider is Esquina 214 Corp. Doing business as Café Tabaco y Ron, located at 501 West 214th Street. At the corner of West 214th Street, the applicant is seeking a renewal of their on-premise liquor license. Do we have a representative for Esquina 214th Corp.?
Yes, that's Aurelia Tavares. Hello, everyone. Happy New Year. I haven't heard or seen most of you until now. Aurelia Tavares here for Tabaco y Ron. We're renewing our on-premise liquor license. And we're here today. We submitted in a full set of documents. I hope you can confirm that for me. Isidro?
Yes, so the applicant submitted a complete application, which includes a copy of the public notice. They also need a complete copy of the questionnaire. I will also state that the last time this applicant came to the board was February 2021. There was no objection to the renewal. But first, let's proceed to ask if there's any input from 34 precinct. I don't see anyone from the 34 precinct. Are there any questions from community members? I see Leo, you do have your hand up. Leo, please proceed.
Yeah, Isidro, not really a question, just a comment. I've known the establishment for years. It was probably my home base when I was 21. So I just want to commend them for the longevity and their service to the community. Tabaco Ron is a staple. I think so. So Aurelia, relay the message back to the owner and management that they do a pretty good job at running the establishment.
Thank you very much, because he really takes pride in that. That's actually his, I'm sorry, I'm parking. That he really takes pride in that. So he'd love to hear that. Thank you.
This is, I agree with, and I'll get up to you, Anthony. This is a statement of community. I agree with Leo, I've been there many times. The food is just outstanding, delicious. And the is just right. So I hope they're doing well, Aurelia, as a business. But first, let me go to Angel. Angel.
Yeah, so I have a question and also a comment. But I'll do the comment first. I also agree. I think it's a great establishment, a staple in our community. I think they run a fine establishment. So just want to make sure that that's on the record. And then Adelia, so in the 2021 reso, we have here that they close at 2 a.m., but in the questionnaire, it says 1 a.m. Just want to make sure to clarify so that the documents are aligned. Is it a 2 a.m. closure or 1 a.m. closure that they have?
It's 2 a.m. Because of COVID and
Yeah.
some little, it's been a little weird, but yeah, they close
Okay.
at 2 a.m.
Okay, so the questionnaire needs to be updated then because it says 1 a.m. on there.
Okay.
Okay. I also make a note of that on the questionnaire, just to make sure that when we write the minute and the rest of that is reflecting the closure at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Thank you, Isidro. I appreciate that.
Very well. Any other comments?
I'm good.
I will go to the vote.
Okay. Leo, is that a hand? Okay, thank you.
Yeah, all done.
Isidro, is another hand or you're good?
I'm good.
Okay. Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Leo, how do you vote?
Yes.
Carl, how do you vote?
Yes.
All right, that's 4 votes in support, no opposition, no abstentions, Chair.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everyone.
So this application.
I have another one. I think I have 2 more, but thank you. I'll see you on the next one.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Let's proceed with the next one, please.
Okay. Applicant number 3 to consider is Euro El Dina Restaurant, Lounge, and Billiards Corp. Located at 500 West 207th Street at the corner of West 207th Street. The applicant is also seeking a renewal of their on-premise liquor license. Do we have a representative for Euro El Dina Restaurant, Lounge, and Billiards Corp?
Yes, sir. Argelio Rodriguez here.
And what's your relationship to the establishment?
I'm the attorney.
Thank you.
And Santiago Quesada Jr. is on the line as well, or at least he was. Hopefully, okay, I see him there. I think he might be having some video issues.
So what's the name of the owner once again, Argelio, please?
Santiago Quesada Jr.
Santiago. And he's the owner, right?
Correct.
Very well. So this applicant is requesting a renewal. The last time that they came to the board, there was no objection by this committee. And I see that your license expires next month. Have you paid the fee, Helio, do you know?
You mean the renewal fee?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean those renewal papers were just sent last week. And I should also note that the location is not operational right now. The license is placed in safekeeping. It was placed in safekeeping about a couple of weeks ago. And so we're obligated to renew the license still.
And for clarity, this is not what used to be the pool place on the basement, is it? This is the restaurant is at the street level, correct?
It's in the basement level.
It's on the basement level.
That's correct.
And do you still have the pool tables there, or this is a different concept? I have not been the longest.
I haven't been there in a while. Santiago, if you can comment on that. I think last time I checked, they were still there.
Is Santiago? See if you can connect with him.
I saw it. Go ahead.
Hi, yes, the pool tables are still there. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah, so we have this pool table still.
Okay, so this is part of your method operation to have the pool tables, correct?
That's correct.
All right, the applicant submitted a copy of the floor plan. That's why I asked, because I saw the pool tables here. And they submitted a copy of the license and a copy of the public notice. I don't see the 34th precinct. I have not been in this establishment, God knows in how long. But I'm going to open up the floor to see if there are any residents or committee members that will have any questions.
I don't see any questions at the moment from.
I'm sorry.
Leo, go ahead, please.
Go ahead,
Yeah,
Leo.
sorry about that, Angel and Isidro. To the owner, are you guys planning on opening anytime soon? I know you guys say right now it's dormant, but are you guys thinking of reopening anytime soon? What's the status on that?
We are actually, they're putting in an elevator for the handicap requirement. And it's taking a while to finish it, but when we finish it, we plan to reopen.
Give us an estimate, more or less. Santiago, can you please give us an estimate? When are you planning to open this place up?
We plan in the next 6 months to open.
Okay. Your license is has been active, but it's been you kind of submitted your surrender the license, correct? That's what
Not surrender, safekeeping.
safekeeping. Okay.
Correct, yeah.
And I believe that there is a time limit if you're not in operation with SLA. So make sure you don't go over the time that is allotted to you.
Absolutely. I've informed them of that. And that we will likely use the one extension that we're allowed.
Okay, cool. All right. I see Angel followed by Carl. Angel.
Yeah, my question is in relation to the $5,000 in total value of SLA fine since you all received your most recent license renewal. Just curious to know what that fine was for.
Yeah, I actually added an additional note in parentheses. That fine was before the last renewal period. So I guess I put down, that amount, but that was from from several years ago before this renewal period.
When was the last renewal period, just out of curiosity?
I mean, it would be 2 years ago.
2 years ago.
So
Okay.
so there's been no issues in those previous 2 years.
Thank you, appreciate it. That's it for me. I think you have Carl.
Carl?
Yeah, so I take it that the renewal period goes for 2 years at a time. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And officially, what's the renewal fee?
The renewal fee for this license is $4,442.
4,142. Okay.
442.
Oh, 442. Okay, thanks.
Very well. If there are no further questions, I think that we should go to straight vote.
Sure. So with that said, Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Leo, how do you vote?
Yes.
Carl, how do you vote?
Yep.
Carl, could you just lower your hand when you get a chance?
Oh, sorry about that.
Chair, that is 4 in support, no opposition, no abstentions.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, the motion passes.
So Santiago and Angelio, to both of you, congratulations. I hope that you install this elevator soon. I know it can take a lot of time because it's very hectic dealing with city codes and all of that. And God knows, maybe we'll stop by once the place is in operation. So, congratulations and have a good night. Let's proceed to
Thank
the
you. Good night.
Thank you. Next up, we have Terra Vita Corp., located at 4193 Broadway between West 177th and West 178th Street. The applicant is also seeking the renewal of their on-premise liquor license. Do we have a representative for Terra Vita Corp.?
That's me. Hi, guys, Terra Vita Corp. I am the representative for that license. This location has been there now. Gosh, we've renewed twice or once. Amazing location, good prices. I think we have a good package in, and we've had no incidents of consequence. Nothing at the location. The owner is always present, and I think it's one of our better locations in terms of its management. You always find management at the location.
Yeah. So they submit a complete application along with a copy of the public notice, and also the last time they came to the board, there was no objection by this committee, and that goes back to January 2021. I've been there many times. Like Aurelia said, the owners are very attentive, very gracious, and it's a really nice place. I really feel that it's a really nice restaurant that you can go and enjoy the food at a really nice ambience. So congratulations to the owners, really great place. But before I proceed, I'd like to recognize Leo. Leo, you have to stand up.
Thank you, Chair. It's just the same, echoing your sentiment. I enjoy the place that the food is amazing. It's probably one of the getting better establishments uptown. The owner's always present. I know the owner's husband, so things are partner as well. He's always there on the weekends. And keep it up. Keep the good job up. We need more businesses like you, so I hope you guys can shed light and provide examples on how you guys are able to do it.
No doubt. Thank you so much, Leo. Angel?
Yeah, just so that it's on the record, want to echo the same sentiments. Amazing location, very unique establishment uptown. Just always a wonderful time every single time I go there, and I bring friends and family. Thank you for running a great establishment uptown.
Really great stuff. All right, thinking that this is a great establishment. This is within the private 33rd precinct, and we do have the presence of Detective Torres from the 33rd. Detective, what is the opinion of the 33rd precinct?
Good evening. Yeah, no, we have no problems with this establishment, no complaints, no crimes, anything like that.
Thank you so much, Detective, for your input. And based on that, if there are no objections, I'd like to vote a straight vote. Seeing none, please proceed.
Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Leo, how do you vote?
Yes.
Carl, how do you vote?
Yes.
Wonderful. So that is 4 votes in support, no opposition, no abstention. The motion passes.
Let me say, thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
To the owners there, Aurelia. Please let them know that we are very grateful of the service and the food they provide to the community. Very well, let's proceed to the next one, please.
Okay. Next, we're moving on to applicant number 5. This is El Jefe Eatery Group, Inc., doing business as El Jefe, located on 186 Dyckman Street between Broadway and Sherman Avenue. The applicant is also seeking the renewal of their on-premise liquor license. Do we have a representative for El Jefe Eatery Group, Inc.?
Yes, Argelio Rodriguez as attorney.
Thank you.
This is the attorney. This establishment did submit a complete application. I see that the license is going to expire next month. However, the last time that they came to this community board, the request there was objection to the request of this establishment going back to January 2021, based on our parking issues. In 2019, the establishment had many noise complaints. There were summonses given to the establishment during the COVID pandemic. And I myself, I passed by and I saw there was overcrowd inside and outside. I don't see the 34th precinct, so we will not have the input. But I'm more than happy to open up the floor for residents and committee members to see if there are any comments.
Yes. Thank you, Cedro. So I actually had the opportunity to speak with the owner recently, a couple of months ago. I've known the establishment for years. I've known the owners for years. And we just discussed certain logistic things that happen in the neighborhood and how it affects the business. I think he's doing a pretty good job in how he's running. He has 3 or 4 securities on most nights present. They have gotten to a point where even if you look a little bit off, they won't let you in the establishment. I hope that as a committee and as a board, we support this establishment because they're working on it. You know, they're there. They've been with us for a few years. It's a great establishment. They provide great food, great service. Something to consider.
Leo, when you had your conversation with them, you said that they do have a great security system in place. Can you elaborate a little bit more how you felt there?
So I was there on a Saturday night actually watching one of those fights recently. And like I said, I know the guy for a while. So we actually sat down on the table while the madness, the party was going on. And we just had a candid conversation on how he thinks, or how I thought that certain things can be improved based on previous complaints. He mentioned that, every time he comes to a board, there's some type of, pushback, and he's trying everything. So he amped up from a couple years ago. He has 4 or 5 securities on any given night at all points on the floor. So they have 2 in the front, 1 around the middle, 1 towards the back, and then 1 kind of like walking back and forth just to make sure everything's all right. They see anything going on, they stop it. When I was there that night, nothing happened. I know that 34 Precinct is not there to report it, but I know that a few months ago there was an incident where something happened with someone, and I'm sure you heard about it on the news. But again, it's patrons that come in, and as soon as they see that something's off, they escort them out. They try to avoid any issues because they depend on our community to survive. So I think it's just a work in progress, and adjusting the crowd when it gets a little too crazy.
And do you feel that did you feel safe while you were there? Do you feel like that?
Believe it or not, I'm in New York. I feel safe anyway. But no, I definitely felt pretty safe.
Angel?
Yeah, sure. My question is about the total value of fines. Yeah, so I see there's 2 pieces here. So the 40,000 were fines that were assessed prior to the last renewal, which was in 2021. So from 2021 till today, the establishment has accumulated zero fines, right? Zero.
Yeah, again, just to play it safe, all of the violations predated the renewal period, but the fine resolution was inside this period. But all the violations were from before this period of renewal. So, I'm happy that everything is resolved now. For my purposes as an attorney, I was happy to see that they have a place of assembly permit now. They increased their occupancy from 74 to 125, okay, which really allowed us to kind of put this all behind us regarding those older violations.
So these violations were for the capacity, not COVID related.
It was several categories. There were several dates of what they alleged was over capacity. And so what happened was they were in the middle of getting their place of assembly up to 125 from those 74 to 125. And so it was official around the time of those violations. And so, that's why the case was put away. And then there was some COVID related violations. But as you all know, you would be hard to find a business that did not get a COVID violation during that time.
So this is predating 2021 or around 2021, January 2021?
The specific dates are early 2019 to November 2020, the violations.
Okay.
With most of them before the pandemic. Yeah. Most of them in 2019.
Yeah, the way that I could be misinterpreting this, so correct me if I'm wrong, Helio, but if we go back to the resolution from January 29, 2021, it makes reference to a series of police summonses related to capacity and noise. So I'm assuming that the 40,000 is in that, right? Like
it was
2019.
Yeah, correct. It was to resolve all violations because they were delayed to being resolved due to the pandemic. So we were forced to resolve them all in one shot. And a lot, like I said, a large part of that was that they became compliant with a place of assembly, which is hard to get, especially during these times. Department of Buildings is a nightmare.
I know, my friend.
Thank you. I'm done with questions.
Argelio, I have some doubts about this establishment, but I think that Leo convinced me to otherwise. I was not too positive on this, but it's good to hear my colleagues that they do feel that it's a good place to.
And Isidro, whenever you guys want, like I said, another guy, we can just reach out to them and come in and have more of a candid conversation. I think he's willing to work with the community to see what he can improve. And I think if he has several of our inputs, it just gets the ball running to better his business.
Very well. I'm going to take Leo's recommendation, and hopefully we'll drop by one of these days and have a chat with the owner. But I really respect Leo's opinion, and let's move forward. On that note, let's proceed to a vote.
Sure. Chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Leo, how do you vote?
Yes.
Carl, how do you vote?
I vote yes. One thing, I have to jump off in a minute, for about a half hour, and I'll rejoin if I can. Is that okay?
If you leave, we will not have quorum.
Oh,
Are you leaving right now, or did you say in 30 minutes?
yeah, I'll leave now because I have to, like, these meetings, they're put right next to each other without, we have different commitments and, that kind of thing. But the plan was to come back to this because, these things were scheduled before I had any opportunity to, like, tell the two organizations to, adjust the schedules. But, I'm stuck with this. I have to be at the two places this evening, one way or the other, so I don't know. I didn't anticipate.
Yeah, I'll reach out to Joel to see what's going on with him, to see if he plans on jumping on. Let me see if we can get a fourth.
Yeah, if you can reach out to Joel before our call leaves, because otherwise we'll not have quorum and we'll have to cancel the meeting. So Leo, please proceed to check with Joel and Carl.
Yeah.
Jumping up right now.
Yeah, I'll come back in like in a half hour if you guys are still if the meeting is still on.
So if anything, I guess we'll have to wait because we don't have the luxury to cancel this meeting. So Carl, jump off if you can, and then come back to us like as soon as you can, and then Leo, see if you can communicate with Joel, so we'll get back to quorum.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Put this meeting to a pause while we get quorum. If it's okay.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
No response from Joel.
I'm sorry, Isidro. Does this mean that we completed voting for El Jefe?
Yes, we should.
Okay.
That because
we completed the vote for El Jefe and it passed. So now we are up to agenda item number 6, but we have to wait until we get quorum. Chanel.
Yes.
I know that Robin will not be able to make it to this meeting. Simari is out, I think, not feeling too well.
yeah, she has COVID. She texted me earlier, so.
So for the rest of the members, it will mean that we will have to wait about 30 minutes until Carl comes back. If not, we'll have to cancel the meeting and you'll have to come back next month. And that will not be convenient neither for you because it would be delayed by 1 month for the SLA to consider your application. If you cannot wait, then we'll cancel the meeting as a whole. But if you don't mind, then we can wait. Would that be okay?
It's okay for me, Yami Thai, 207 West Restaurant Corp.
Okay, cool. I see that Punto Sabor is present. We already delivered on that application. Can you please identify yourself? We're not taking any decision right now, so answer any questions that you might have in the meantime. Any procedural questions that you might have, but I see that Punto Sabor is present. Who is representing Punto de Sabor? Your application was voted on, so can you please identify yourself and tell us?
I think Miguel's hand is up, so I'm assuming it's him.
No, I'm not. I'm actually representing 7 and 9, so I'll wait too.
Okay,
Yes.
cool.
Yeah.
Excellent. No worries.
All right. I guess they're there just to be there. Very well.
Which one are we on now?
I'm sorry?
Which application are we on right now?
We are up to agenda item number 6. You're representing Punto Sabor?
Yeah, Punto Sabor, yes.
So that application was the first one on the agenda. We voted on the agenda because you were not present and because a complete application was not submitted to the board. The board or the committee decided to vote against this resolution. I don't know.
I do have the applicant questionnaire form. Do you want me to send it today and we could be on the next month?
Check with the office and find out what the process is, and then you can be on the next month calendar.
Okay, got it. All right, thank
But
you.
for now, there's no need for you to wait. You can,
Sure.
do have a good night, and we'll see you next month.
Sure.
Deidre, I have a question for you. How many committee members are on this committee total?
7.
7.
So
Wow.
this is rare because I never had this problem. Well,
Yeah.
I never had this problem to be so serious. But I will have to ask and check with Catherine to see if she can put more members that are more that will not be absent as much. Because I know that Simari is taking on a new role. She's sick. Joel, he didn't answer to the email that we sent earlier. Robin, I know is out. And unfortunately, Carl had to jump off. Maybe we should increase the committee members to maybe 9, but then that will mean that we need 5, so it'll be the same problem. Right, Angie?
Yep. We'll be stuck in the same situation.
If back come to worst, then we would probably ask the board staff members to call the chair so she could join us, and then she'll be part of the quorum.
Do you want me to try that?
Dame un segundo. Angel, and you can try that.
I'm sorry, so Isidro, we're just waiting for somebody to come onto the community board, just out of curiosity.
Yes, we are. We're waiting for one member because we do not have quorum. And since we
Okay,
do not have quorum, we cannot proceed. We're waiting for someone.
okay, I have a question. So I have Floridita, the only one that I have no one else, right? I just want to double check.
I don't know who you have.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm driving, that's why I can't look.
Now, we have to agenda number 6. So we have Yummy Thai, then we have Sala Bar and Grill, followed by Prestige Bar and Grill, which is a new license, Floridita, followed by Cafe 56.
Okay, so I only have Floridita. What's the last one after Floridita?
Cafe 56.
Oh, okay, all right, so I only have Floridita. Thanks, I just wanted to confirm. Thank you, guys.
I called, she didn't pick up, so I followed up with a text waiting to hear back.
Cool, thank you, Angie. While we wait, I want to also forgot to congratulate Angel for getting elected as the first vice chair for Community Board 12. So congratulations, Angel. I know that Simari also got a position, so the licensed members are very active in the community board by getting elected in 2 different positions.
Congrats again.
Thank you.
Congratulations are in order for Angel for being first vice chair.
Thank you.
Is new role, Angel, like really more active than your past one, or yeah?
Yes. Catherine is calling me. Let me pick this up.
Sure.
Hopefully we get someone to jump on, right, Cedar?
Yeah.
And just on the behalf of the committee, to all attendees, we'd like to apologize. Like Isidro mentioned earlier, this doesn't happen. It's usually a very efficient meeting.
All right, so Catherine is gonna jump on. That'll give us the quorum we need. There she is.
Great.
Awesome.
So
And we're
now
saved by the chair.
saved by the new chair. So thank you, Madam Chair, for joining our meeting. This rarely happens where the committee will not have quorum, but within the bylaws of CB12, the chair can act as a member of any committee, and she can cast a vote on behalf of her position. So she'll be a temporary member of this committee with voting powers. Catherine, congratulations once again of being elected chair of CB12. It's a new leadership, and I'm sure that under your wings, we're going to fly high with new momentum, new energy. And I know that you have all the skills and patience to deal and lead this community board forward. And I'm happy that you're joining us. So congratulations and welcome to the License Committee.
Thank you so much, Isidro. Good evening, everyone. I've been making my rounds in the last 2 weeks through all the committees, so this is very appropriate for me to be present.
Thank you so much, Catherine. And we'll try to proceed with the agenda now that we have quorum. Catherine, as a process in the License Committee, I'm sure you probably are very well versed on how we proceed. So we call each applicant. They will have an opportunity to detail about the requests, if it's a renewal, change of operation, like new license and all of that. And we listen to what the ask is. Then we ask our community members to see if they have any questions or issues, followed by the precincts. And then the committee members would have time to ask more questions, and then we'll vote. So that will be the process that we'll be following. All right, so on that note,
Okay, heard.
please proceed with the next agenda item.
Sure. So the next applicant is 207 West Restaurant Corp. Doing business as Yummy Thai, located at 4959 Broadway between Isham and West 207th Street. The applicant is seeking the renewal of their restaurant wine license. Do we have a representative for 207 West Restaurant Corp?
Yes, here's Salma Giraldo, the owner of Yummy Thai.
And for the purpose
Thank
of
you,
this,
Salma.
what's your name again? Sonia Giraldo?
Salma Giraldo.
Salma.
Mhm.
Very well. And you said that you're represented, right?
I'm the president and the owner of the restaurant.
President, welcome on board. How's the business
Thank you.
doing, Salma?
Well, right now it's, as everyone knows, these months are not so busy, but we keep going. We're being this is gonna be our 12th year in the market in Upper Manhattan, and seeking to continue working. We're planning to open up another Yummy Thai in the area of Little Italy in the Bronx. Probably this year will be open. And yes, those are the dreams coming true.
Nice, congratulations. You're doing a great job in the community. Salma, I see that this application is up for renewal at the end of the month.
Yes.
Have you gotten the certificate or not yet?
No, not yet, not yet. I was waiting for the 30 days notice to happen. It's gonna be in about 2 days. So I'm about to submit it maybe tomorrow, the same day.
Okay.
Submit it.
So the applicant did submit a complete application. Based on what we see in the questionnaire, there have been no fines by the SLA. And I see that also there was no objection the last time that she came on board. So practically this is a pristine place that has been running for a while. How long you been running this establishment?
It's about to be 12 years now.
12 years, you mentioned.
Yes.
On that note, I'll open up the floor to see if there are any comments from residents. I know that 34th precinct is not present. Now I'm going to open the floor for questions to committee members. Committee members, do you have any questions?
I have no questions.
Comments? All right. I know this is a great establishment. I actually know people that work there, and I'm glad that your license is getting renewed. So congratulations.
Thank you.
But before I see Sam, if you need assistance for hiring, I think there's a comment here that from Eric Adams, not a mayor, but someone that works at workforce that also know. So he's saying that in case if you need to hire people in the establishment, to feel free and contact our workforce one.
Oh, that would be great. I would love to have her contact.
Yeah, you can either reach out to the community board or myself. I do have Adam's contact info.
Okay.
Adam, you can also feel free and type your contact info there so Sama can reach out to you. Sama, they do an amazing job in recruiting people, and you will save a lot of money and time because at the very end, I'm sure that you have the final say in who you're going to hire.
Yes.
You save a lot of time and resources by getting the service.
That's great because that takes a lot of time and effort to find the right people.
And it's also free of charge.
Oh, that's great. Wonderful. That's even better.
Yeah. On that note, if there are no opposition from the committee members, let's go to proceed with a direct vote.
Okay. Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Leo, how do you vote?
Yes.
Catherine, as chair, how do you vote?
Yes.
Chair, that is 4 votes in support, no opposition, no abstention. The motion passes.
Very well. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys. Thank you. God bless you all.
The best of lucks on the new establishment.
Thank you.
And again, keep up the great work that you're doing up here as well. And I hope that you get your certificate pretty soon because that license is about to expire.
Yep. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thanks.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
Next agenda item, please.
Sure. So now we're at agenda item number 7. This is applicant Salad Bar and Grill Corp. located at 706 West 177th Street between West 177th and 4 Washington Avenue. The applicant is looking for a change in the method of operation. Do we have a representative for Salad Bar and Grill Corp?
Yes, good evening, Miguel Acosta, representing Denise Garcia, owner of Salad Bar and Grill Corp. The client is seeking a change of hours of operation, currently operating till midnight and 1 a.m. And is seeking to change her hours of operation to close at 3 a.m. Thursday to Sunday. The reason for the request is due to the closure of Pick and Eat. I have a lot of patrons that are looking for, some extra hours in that area. They're basically 2 stores down, and Pick and Eat and Pasión no longer in business. So hoping the community board could grant them this permission to extend their hours on those days.
Miguel, so the ask here is to expand the hours from 1 a.m. to 3 a.m. From Thursdays through Sunday, correct?
Yeah, correct. Thursday is currently closing at midnight, and then Friday to Sunday at 1 a.m. So that's the allowable time at the moment. So they're looking just to extend to 3 a.m. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays will still remain midnight.
Theo, what time again?
3 a.m. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday will remain with the same hours of 7 a.m. to 12 a.m.
Right.
So this is basically like a grocery store style deli. They have the outdoor seating with permit from DOT. So people can either go grocery shopping or eat something. They also have like a steam table type traditional American and Latin food. They've been in business for a couple of years now. Haven't had any incidents, no violations, compliance with all rules and regulations.
So they submit a complete application for the purpose of the minutes. I know that Pick and Eat is closed, and that area there has been active because of what was Pick and Eat. But those 2 bars on, heading west on that same street, I know Pasión is closed.
Yeah, correct.
So that there's a lot of movement on getting this place. I know at least 2 operators that want to take over the establishment. There was a walkthrough that I myself, was part of, and I hope that someone can open up the place pretty soon. But there is movement there, so I hope that this area is going to get some life back, nightlife back.
Appreciate it.
On that note, are there any questions from residents This is within the purview of the 33rd Precinct. Detective Harris, what will be the opinion of 33rd Precinct? And again, the ask here, detective, is to expand the hours from Thursdays through Sundays until 3 a.m. So we'd like to have the input of 33rd Precinct.
Yeah, no, we have no complaints on our end from them, no crimes or anything like that occurring at that location.
Very well. So there are no complaints are reported at 34th Precinct. I see that they have not accumulated any fines by the SLA. On that note, committee members, do you have any questions?
I have my hand raised.
Yes.
And it's not really a question. I just want to put for the record and make clear that the establishment is currently only operating an eating place beer license. So we're not talking about a liquor license here. We're not talking about a restaurant-wide license. We're talking about an eating place beer license. So
Yeah, that is correct. So the eating place beer, basically, it just allows you to be able to sell to go and to stay on the place and have something to eat. It's been working out for them. This used to be a grocery store before. When the current ownership took over, I recommended the eating place beer because they were considering expanding more of the food instead of basically like fruits and vegetables that they were focused on in the past. And it has worked out for them. And because of, like I said, because of the closure of Poción and Pick and Eat, that area right now, it's a little bit slow, and a lot of people, are basically asking for some more time since those locations operated to later hours. As you can see, the method of operation is basically just background music played through an iPad. There's no DJ, no entertainment or anything, no loud music.
Very well. So taking into account that the 33rd Precinct is not reporting any issues with this establishment, and they're also going to be expanded to 3 a.m. From Thursday to Sunday, I'm going to request 2 steps. If it's okay with committee members, now you can come with a new ones, or you can reject anyone that I bring. But one will be a good neighbor sign to be posted outside of the premise. The second one will be to also provide a phone number of a manager in place in case there are any issues that clients can call and rectify the problem if there are any immediate problems with the establishment, as well as like noise. If also residents can call a manager in charge.
That'll work.
Angel? Very well.
I'm good with that.
So with 2 steps in place, I recommend that we go to straight vote. And again, the steps are for the operator to establish a good neighbor sign, to be posted outside of the establishment, and also to put up a phone number of manager in charge in case any problems of noise or patrons that they can call and rectify the problem right then. But I see that Leo has a hand up. Leo, you have the floor.
Sorry, Isidro, just want to add, is there any way that they can also we can also add as a step, they put a no double parking sign in that area? Very familiar. My mom lives around that, lives in that area for over 20 years. So I moved up further uptown, but it's a huge double parking issue.
Very well.
And I might not necessarily be them, but something that makes it difficult for other cars to pass from Broward to Washington.
Yeah, I don't think my client will have an issue with that either. So
Yeah. It's also a great, really important route to go to the West Side Highway. So I think that area.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a one-way street. So I think that's good observation there. And I think that'll be good for the community and also, transit.
Very well. So the sign, as well as the dimensions, Miguel, as you know, it's 3 feet high times 2 feet wide, and should be placed somewhere where it can be seen that no double parking will be allowed. Very
Sounds
well.
good.
With 3 steps, let's go to a straight vote.
Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Leo, how do you vote?
Yes.
Catherine, how do you vote?
Yes.
Chair, that is 4 votes in support, no opposition, no abstentions.
Very well. Thank you so much. So Miguel, congratulations. please relay the message out to the operators about the steps. And I'm sure that the community board, once we meet late January, will vote in favor of this request.
Sounds good. Thank you very much.
Chair, I'd just like to say that Carl has joined us back. So Catherine, if you wish to stay, you can stay, but we have quorum once again. Thank you, Carl.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Thank you. All right, welcome back, Carl. So
Thank you.
We're going to proceed with the next agenda item, please.
Alrighty, next agenda item. Agenda item number 8 actually withdrew prior to the meeting, so we're going to move over to agenda item number 9, which is Prestige Bar and Grill Corp. doing business at Havana Tacos, located at 210-220 Nagle Avenue at the corner of Academy. The applicant is seeking an on-premise liquor license and temporary retail permit. Do we have a representative for Prestige Bar and Grill Corp?
Yes, it's me again, Miguel. Before we start, is it possible that I can address a little typo on the hours of operation for Sunday? Isidro is going to be requesting 4 a.m., just like Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Is it possible we could update that?
Sure. So the hours of operation is going to be what?
Just for Sunday, I want to update Sunday hour to close at 4 a.m. as well. So it'll be Monday through Wednesday, 2 a.m., 3 p.m. to 2 a.m., and then Thursday through Sunday from 3 p.m. to 4 a.m.
Okay, so that's a typo, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right.
Thank
So
you.
this applicant did submit a complete application. Is for a new temporary liquor license. And they did submit a copy of the floor plan, copy of the public notice, copy of the menu, copy of the questionnaire. So that is a complete application. The last time that came to the board was back in March, and there was no objection by this committee, which approved the request. Why are you coming back?
Well, I believe that your Havana Tacos is actually the current operator doing business as Havana Tacos. Prestige Bar and Grill is in the intent to purchase the business from the current ownership. I have the proposed principal. She's in the meeting, Ramona Enriquez. If we have any questions for her. So last month, the attorney that submitted the information to the community board submitted a manual floor plan, and we requested to withdraw and submit again. So the current ownership was the one who met in March, I believe, for the renewal of the liquor license. And now this is a proposed new ownership that has the intentions to purchase the business from the current ownership and apply for a new license, which will include a temporary permit.
So they have not done the actual purchase of the property.
Not yet. We're going through the process. We have notified the landlord for approval. We already notified the community board. There is a contract in place pending landlord's approval. So hopefully, basically we're just trying to gain time to submit the application and do the proper procedure for the liquor license.
Okay, Leo, I'll get back to you in a minute. But so this is a completely new owner, correct?
Sorry,
yes, that is correct.
Okay. Very well. So let's proceed. And then you are requesting a temporary license.
Yeah, correct. So basically, after the submission, there's going to be a temporary that is going to be approved by the liquor authority, providing everything goes well. Current ownership will put their license in safekeeping, while new ownership operates with a temporary permit until the permanent license is approved.
And who's the new owner again?
Ramona Enriquez. She's in the meeting now. Ramona, if you can, introduce yourself. Explain to the community the experience and the time that you have in the neighborhood working in different establishments, from beginning to end.
Hi, my name is Ramona Enriquez. I've been in the industry for
13 years now, and I'm seeking to purchase my first business now.
You're trying to purchase what?
My first business.
Your first business. So you said that you have been in the restaurant industry for over 13 years. Where have you had your experience?
I was working, Mama Juana, Dykeman, Mama Sushi, El Jefe. I worked there for 2 years. I'm currently working in 207 Prime Bar and Grill.
You're currently working on 207 and Prime, on Prime. That's very interesting. I'll ask you a lot of questions. So you're working currently on Prime at 207. Since when have you been working there?
Since we opened, May 16, more or less.
At what capacity?
Excuse me?
At what capacity? What are you?
What do you do there?
Manager.
What's that?
Manager.
Very well. And you worked at you said Mama Juana, right? Mama Sushi.
Jefe.
Jefe. For how long prior to 2016?
Mama Juana, I was there for about 5 years between Mama Juana and Mama Sushi.
Okay.
Then I moved to El Jefe. I was there for 2 years. And then I'm currently now in Prime.
Let's go over the questionnaire. So this is a temporary request for a full liquor license to an establishment that is going to open up, that is open, but it's going to have a new ownership. And I see that you're going to have DJ, recorded music, karaoke, live music. You said that the place has been fully soundproofed, has a sound limiter. The hours of operations, Mondays to Wednesdays until 2 a.m. and then 3 p.m. to 4 a.m. from Thursdays to Sunday. The capacity is 74. You will have about 8 employees. There'll be about 11 tables, 45 chairs, and about 7 bar stools. There have been no issues in this establishment as far as like any SLA violation. But let's go back to our Prime. You're currently working there as a manager, correct?
Correct.
I'm not going to hold anything back. I do have the strongest reservation against any business, as hard as I see the operation at Prime. Prime has been a prime example of what not to do as an establishment here in Adaman. This establishment has continuously violated the protocol and the laws that have been established by not allowing valet parking. You have valet parking outside of the establishment without any disregard to the law. You have continuously blocked cars inside out on Vermilia, 207, and Sherman. It has been a constant on the businesses there, on the residents, and I had been looking forward to detailing and see who is the one that is in charge of Prime, because again, Prime is a prime example of a very business that is not doing things right for the community. I myself was forced to wait over 40 minutes because my car was locked of the type of parking that was allowed by Prime. How can I prove this? Very simple. When I was waiting there, people told me just go to Prime and they will move the car for you. And then other businesses nearby are suffering the consequences of Prime. So I'm a little bit concerned. Well, not a little bit. I'm extremely concerned that if you're going to be managing another property as you have been managing Prime, I have very serious doubt about allowing this, at least on my side, allowing this license to move forward. What, please elaborate.
You're muted. You have to unmute yourself.
Sorry about that. I had no idea about this issue. I manage the waitresses and the inventory. So there's another manager that takes care of that, but I will strongly speak to the owner and make sure this won't happen again.
But you've been there since 2016.
Mm-hmm.
Sure that I'm surprised that you have not been made aware about this critical problem. You've been working there since 2016. It's about 7 years. And for you not to be aware about the problems that crime is bringing to the community, it's a little bit surprising, to be honest with you.
During the day, we don't have valet. That should be night shift. Like I said, I will speak to the owner and I will make sure things will change.
I visit the area quite frequently, even though I'm not a resident there, but I have gone to meetings on 210 Sherman Avenue, and I heard many residents complaining about crime.
I've been there since May 16, 2021, not 16.
So you've been there since
May 16, 2021, not since 2016.
Okay, thank you for the question.
Thank you.
To be honest with you, anything or anyone that is associated with our crime, I'm being completely honest with you. The committee can vote however they want, but it's something that I would strongly oppose. I know another committee member that is not here today. We were part of that unfortunate experience where we had to wait over 40 minutes to get into our cars. And God forbid that was a resident there that had an emergency, they would be enraged on how we allowing a place to have a liquor license that is completely violating the law by having valet parking. I have taken pictures, I have taken videos, I have received videos, complaints, I have received text, and I have documented all of that.
I understand, but I work for someone. It's different. Now I'm going to be the owner and I'm gonna play by the book and I'm gonna do everything that is in my power not to have any issues.
And I understand that perhaps you've been building this up as a dream to have your first business. We do take the issues of liquor license very seriously because, again, of the many issues that can bring to our community. Our role, the community board, is to help out small businesses. I'm a strong advocate for small businesses for many, many years, but we also have to be and serve right to the community. We have to protect our community out of operators that are operating in the wrong way. And Prime, again, is a classic case on how a license should not be allowed on that premise.
I can assure you in my establishment, it's only me. I will take care of everything. There's no partner, there's no nothing. I will play by the rule book. Like I said, in Prime, I'm limited. I'm an employee. My business is gonna be run totally different. I just wanna ask for the opportunity to at least see what I could do. I've been working for years for this and I really want it.
Committee members, I'd like to hear some of your comments.
I'm a little troubled too, because I have which what the chair is mentioning, I've experienced too, personally myself. But I also hear you, right? Like you are an employee at the establishment. You're not necessarily dictating, or at least I don't know, but you're telling us that you're not the person dictating the valet parking rules and whatnot. But it is concerning because you are a part of the establishment, right? Like you work for the establishment. So I'm still thinking about it. But I totally hear you that you are not, the owner of Prime, and you don't necessarily create the policies or have the power per se. At least that's what you're telling us, right? I don't, doesn't sound like you have the power to change the policies or dictate those policies, but it is very concerning because I have experienced the same problems that the chair is mentioning in terms of the double parking, in terms of the valet parking, in terms of the general mess that is 207th Street. Literally, buses cannot get through the street, cars cannot get through the street. It is a congestion nightmare. And it is very evident that Prime is one of the culprits that is causing a lot of that congestion and a lot of those problems. So I'm just airing my frustrations with Prime, but understanding that you are an employee and not necessarily the owner. Okay, that's where I'm at right now.
Leo?
Oh yeah, I can understand how Isidro and Angel and most of the community and people who live and work around 207 feel. I drive there through that area every day, and it's a nightmare getting from from 10th Avenue all the way up to Broadway. It could take anywhere from 15-20 minutes sometimes, depending on the double parking valet. But I also think that we should consider her. We're living in a very rough time, and people are working to build a future towards something. It's very hard to cut their dreams, especially when you have to consider, again, it isn't her business, right? I've worked with managers and for employers that I've talked up to, and they've told me, well, if you don't like it, you could get out of here. And it's rough. So I hope that you can learn how a business shouldn't be run. So I hope that you can take everything that's been said today and don't use it for your business, right? Make your business better. You want to make sure you build good relationships, especially with a community board, with other organizations, with other resident groups, because we as a community are the ones that help drive these businesses. So you want people to come in through your door and say, hey, this is a great establishment. Every month we have businesses come in and they apply for licenses or renew their licenses, and we love to compliment the businesses who are doing good. So we want to promote the business. I believe in you. I think that if as you say that you worked very hard and you pride yourself in what you're building or what you're trying to build, I think that you will put your best foot forward. I just ask that depending on, how each of my committee members vote, and obviously the whole general board in the near future, that you take it with a grain of salt. Well, take it and understand that it's nothing against you. It's more towards some issues that happen in the community, and, just put your best foot forth. I will support this just because it's not Prime. She's going somewhere else. So I think that she should have the opportunity to show herself or show what she's about. Now, believe that if you come back in 2 years and we have these issues, it's going to be a rough time for you.
Miguel, I see that you have your hand up.
Yes, I wanted to address the situation. I know she got kind of, blindsided because of her current position in the current employment that she has. But please do also note that she also worked for Mama Juana, also worked for Mama Sue. She worked for El Jefe. As you know, in the past history, every single establishment in Uptown Manhattan has gone through some sort of issue. Unfortunately, her present position is going, through these situations with these double parkings and situations that are creating problems in our neighborhood. She's actually jumping into a business that has been operating already with a good method of operation. No issues with the 34th precinct, no double parking issues, no nothing. So her intentions is to purchase an ongoing business and continue benefiting of something that has already been created. So we understand the concern, and she understands. And I hope she can address that, with the owners who have come forth through the community board in the past when they purchased a business. And it seems that at the moment there still needs things to be addressed. So I hope she can, bring this information to them so they can try to make this change for our community and for 207. As for her future plans, I think that we should consider that her experience in handling the alcohol and everything that we look for in a new operator that's going to be purchasing or opening up a new business. The majority of new applicants don't have experience, don't know how to manage alcohol, tend to create their businesses into some sort of other operations, but this is an ongoing business. I think she's making the right move. I've consulted her with regards to the history of this location and her future plans. And I think that she's going to be doing right by the community.
Thank you, Miguel. I did have some serious issue with El Jefe. I see that Ramona worked there. And the only reason why I changed my mind was because of Leo's comment. But this is an establishment that has practically violated the trust of the community.
And it's understood. It's understood.
I don't take that lightly at all. And Ramona has been a manager at this establishment, which means
No,
that
not
she
in El
should-
Jefe. I'm sorry to interrupt you. In El Jefe, I was a waitress.
But you are a manager at Prime.
Yeah, but basically just managing staff. She's not an operational manager. So there is a manager, an operational manager who controls all these parking and who's coming in and who controls security. And basically Ramona's job is basically just manage.
I'm sorry to cut you off.
No
I would think that there will be staff meetings. I would think that there will be issues that everyone will be aware that is happening in the establishment, and that the managers will become aware of those problems. This is not a problem that has come once or twice a day. This issue actually is there 24/7 when they open, on a daily basis, on a nightly basis. That I'm sure the residents have many problems with Prime. I know for a fact because I have listened to those complaints. Businesses there also are complaining about Prime, and for Ramona to be a manager there and not to be aware that this is taking place and it's also illegal, I do have some serious questions about that. I am also supportive of anyone that wants to build up a dream, but not at the expense of the community.
And I understand. No, we understand that. We understand that.
I understand that, the Havana Taco is a different place, a different area. There will not be so many congestions. But if Prime is allowing this to take place outside of the establishment, I just wonder what's going on inside. And I have serious doubt what's going on inside, because I myself, I don't go to establishments that have huge violations. And it sends a message that something might not be going too well inside as it's going outside. So I do have
That's understood
about this establishment. And again, I know, Ramona, this has nothing to do with your dream.
I really don't have nothing to do with that. They make their decisions. I'm in charge of inventory. I'm in charge of the schedules. I'm in charge of when other girls don't show up to call somebody else. Those are my duties. Like, I don't know nothing about the valet. I don't even drive. So I wouldn't know.
You never heard any complaints about double
I've
parking?
never heard about anything. They take care of their stuff. I take care of the floor, make sure everybody's in uniform, on time. Those are my duties.
You drive to the establishment, right?
No, I don't drive. I take a cab.
When you walk in, have you seen the valet parking sign outside?
I have, yes. I didn't know it was, they weren't allowed to. Like I said, I will express my concerns, your concerns to the owners, but I'm planning to move from there anyways. I'm really trying to just start my own business and move and do everything different. I could reassure you that. I've been working for years for this, and I don't want, because of my current job, that it interferes in my dream now.
And on the new establishment, you're going to be the sole owner there, or there'll be some other?
Only me. Only me.
All right, I'm going to let the committee members.
Thank you for your time.
I see that the prison is not here, so we will not entertain that. Committee members, do you want to proceed to regular vote? what would you like to do? Angel, Miguel, Carl, I mean, not Miguel, I'm sorry. Carl, Angel, and Leo.
Yo, Sid, I'm here.
Oh, Robin Cruz has joined us as well.
Oh, by the way, Robin. Robin?
Yes.
Remember the time that we passed by, many times that we passed by Prime on 207 and the many issues that they have with valet parking? Because I recall that you and I passed by a couple of times.
I have a
and,
video also. I took a video.
You got videos, and I said, you know, this is something that we cannot allow in our community to allow this under the umbrella of a liquor license. So Robin is a committee member that we would passing by, and we noticed that at one time, that's after another board member and I passed by in a different time, and we were locked out because we couldn't move with so many double parking on Prime. Robin, I don't know if you join us, but Ramona Enriquez works at Prime since 2021.
Yes, I heard everything.
Okay, you heard everything. All right.
Yes.
What's your take? What's your intake? What's your
Well, to be honest with you, I agree with Angel says, and you too, because the problem is, even though they said they're not gonna do that, they always do it. And the day that I went there with you, it was a mess. Even for people to walk, even for people to drive. So it's kind of, plus that intersection there is kind of busy also, and almost every single time, every single day. So I don't know how she's gonna go with, but I guess I'm not personally, I'm not supporting this motion down. Sorry about that.
I'm sorry, Chair, if I may.
Leo.
So again, I understand the sentiment, and I'm gonna stick to my guns. She's not buying Prime. She's not taking over Prime. She's taking over complete other business that, unbeknownst to us, has no issues. All right, like I believe they came back towards some point last year, and the 34 precinct actually said that Havana Tacos had no 311 calls. So I think that we should consider several factors. Again, I understand completely. You know, it's a headache, especially if you've been, you know, if you've been around the area and you've dealt with that before. It can be a headache. I've had it going to work where I've been locked in my car where I can't get out and I'm late to work, so I can understand the frustration. But again, she's just a worker for the person. If she's running her own business, I think that takes away from, we're focusing on Prime, and we mentioned Prime so much in this meeting, and Prime is not even on our agenda. So again, I completely understand you guys, and you know, Isidro, Angel, and Robin, I value your word more than a lot of people in our community board. But again, let's be considerate that it is not necessarily Prime that we're dealing with. We're dealing with her and her new business that she's purchasing. And I think that's to be considerate. That being said, if we are going to move on to vote, I would like to propose a couple steps. And then I guess we can vote as needed.
Well said, Leo. Well said. I'm just concerned that, you know, I know that she's not buying Prime. If she were to be buying Prime, I would outright not even like, you know, stay for too long on this.
I'm on the same page with you. I would have said no.
But, you know, it bothers me a little bit that she is part of management and she walks in and she's not aware that this is an illegal practice. And I know that the community around there is enraged about Prime. And again, it's not about Prime, but it is about Prime because she's part of that staff. And I'm just afraid that this same type of problems are not going to be carried over to the next property. And I understand what you're saying about, you know, we should focus more on the new property. I'm just a little bit concerned that, you know, if we know what's going on outside, God knows what's happening inside. But again, like you said, she's an employee here. She's trying to get out, get a new property. But I'm just concerned overall. But on that note, I'll go with.
You have Miguel's hand.
Yeah, I just wanted to address, like, I understand that this is an illegal practice, that the valet parking, but you got to understand that the majority of employees that work for an establishment don't know what's illegal or what's legal. They expect that the ownership should know how to manage their operations. And I'm glad that all these things were brought up, because now Ms. Enriquez is more aware of certain things that she should not be doing. And based on all the information that was provided about Prime, and the history that they have, and the valet parking, now she's fully aware of things that she should not be doing. So I'm glad all these things came up, because sometimes there's certain regulations that the employees don't really know about, and if they see that ownership is doing it and has been doing it consistently, then basically sometimes they may feel that this is correct. And I know it's illegal, but sometimes employees don't know the whole ins and outs.
Miguel, may I say something, please?
I'm sorry, I have to move the agenda, but again, should not be an excuse for things to get.
No, I'm understand. What I'm saying is, I'm glad we brought all this up, because at least she knows how to be a better operator in the event that she does get this license in this business.
Robin.
Miguel, it's true what you're saying, and I agree with you. But every month we said to the merchants the same over and over: no valet parking is prohibited. Meaning,
no, I know that. What I'm saying is that she's an employee. This is her first time that she's on.
I understand. What I'm saying, you say something that that she didn't know. I guess if I have establishment, I have to tell my employee that thing that you cannot do and thing you can do.
No, I'm completely aware.
That's
but
my
like, for example, if you're doing
as
something
owner.
illegal, you're not going to tell your employees we have valet parking, which is illegal. You understand? So it's something that she's going to bring up to ownership.
Order, I'm sorry, let me cut you off. That order is coming from the top management, from the owner, that they're allowing this.
Correct.
To do with employees. Management is allowing this illegal practice,
and that's understood. And as a matter of fact, they're my clients. I will definitely address this to them tomorrow when we speak.
I will not say anything more about Prime, because I'm fed up with that establishment. But let's take to this agenda, like Leo was saying.
Can we add some steps, Isidro? Is that all right with you?
Leo, what steps will you recommend?
So double parking signs, clearly, because it's an issue. So that in that area, like I said, I live close, especially on Eagle, but the double parking sign, the sign with the owner's information, in case that I would say the owner and the manager, because I'm sure that she's not going to be there 24/7. So an owner and a manager, multiple sources of contact in case something happens, they can reach out. A sound limiter. I believe the establishment has a sound limiter. I'm not sure.
Yeah, they have all of that. The double parking signs, they have all of that.
And my recommendation to the new owners to reach out to the 34th precinct, become their friend, see what you can do to make sure your business is handled properly. You don't want to deal, as you can see, the committee members live in the community. So we experience a lot of things just like other residents. We're going to be very vocal when they come to our committee to ask for something with applications. So to avoid any issues, I recommend you get close with the 34th precinct, build a relationship with them so your business can be successful. I'm rooting for you. Just make sure you stick to it.
So, Leo, so you're recommending that they put the contact info as we usually require in case they are
multiple. It's just her and then maybe a manager, since she won't be there 24/7.
Okay. Multiple signs with contact info for managing charge. You also mentioned about double parking, but something that's already in place. Miguel, correct? Miguel, is that correct? Miguel, you mentioned that they already have.
Yes, they already have a sign that says.
Yes. They already have signs. Like I said, they've been in business. They just renewed. We recommended that in the last renewal. So he did put up the signs.
And also, Leo, you're recommending that they meet up with the 34th precinct. We cannot.
Yes.
I would not recommend that we put that as a step, because we cannot ask people to meet. If they can meet, then will be a problem for the board to decide later on. But that's
Yeah, it's
a
actually a suggestion, which is a good point from Leo.
recommendation that it will be in place. All right, so any other steps, Leo?
No, Isidro, that's all. And thank you again for hearing me out.
So with actually one step in place about the contact info, you already have the double parking sign already in place. And it's a recommendation to reach out to the 34th precinct. So based on that, I think that we should go to a vote.
Chair, how do you vote?
I'm going to abstain.
I vote, I will vote yes. Leo, how do you vote?
Yes.
Robin, how do you vote?
No.
Carl, how do you vote?
I will abstain.
So Chair, you have 2 votes in support, 1 vote in the opposition, and 2 abstentions. The motion does not pass.
So I vote of 2 in favor, 1 against, and 2 abstentions. Correct?
Correct.
So this doesn't pass. Ramona, this is not a vote against you as a person. What is saying here that the committees are divided. I would say like 95% of all the times we vote in uniform, consensus, unanimously. And to have this division here will create a lot of problems at the general board when we meet at the very end of the month. And it will also send a message to SLA that there are issues not with you as a person, but maybe with you as a manager for Prime. And we understand that this is a new location that is independent from Prime. What I recommend that you do is to perhaps think about, and again, I don't even know if I should be recommending this, but the connection that is bringing you with Prime has created all this problem for you. I think a message has been sent to Prime, not to you as a person, but to Prime as a location. That anyone present or not past, present or past or future that will have anything to do with Prime will face the same type of questioning because of the amount of illegal activities that are going on and the headaches that have been brought up to the community. Again, it's not a vote against you as a person, but against Prime as a location.
Like I said, they make their own decisions. I can't go ahead and fight with an owner. No, I'm just in charge of my inventory, that the girls are on time. So I didn't want to get judged by that.
Come back to this community board with a better plan of action. If you can, bring some letter of support from your employees presently. Also have a conversation with the 34th precinct on how this issue of Prime is going to be rectified. And I'm sure that this committee will find the ways to make this work for you shortly. But we need to have more of a comprehensive understanding that you as a manager, the practices that have been taking place on Prime are not going to be carried over to Havana Tacos.
Actually, I gave my 2 weeks notice a few days ago. So them, so I won't even be there anymore.
Okay, so that's something that you can state when you come back to the community board. I would recommend, and I will invite you to come and reapply again. But we need to separate anything and anyone that has to do with Prime and send a message to establishments that are not doing the proper way, the proper way of conducting business in our community. So we hope with that, I hope that you understand, and I'm looking forward to hearing from you sometime soon.
Thank you.
You have a good night.
All right, guys. Thank you. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Next one, please.
Yes, so next we have applicant Floridita Restaurant LLC located at 4162 Broadway between West 176th Street and West 177th Street. The applicant is seeking a new on-premise liquor license and temporary retail permit. Do we have a representative for Floridita Restaurant LLC?
Hi, everyone. Yes, Aurelia Tavares for Floridita LLC. This license was approved before. We just had to, they're opening an LLC rather than continuing with the corporation. So no changes to the establishment, no changes to the physical, 74 occupancy. It's a full.
Before you go on, because I want to make sure that we move forward with this agenda. So you're saying that this establishment has a liquor license, I know.
Correct.
So what is, why is like a temporary license, what's going on?
Because we're changing the corporation to an LLC.
So changing the corporation to an LLC, right?
Right now, it's Floridita Uptown, and it's going to be Floridita LLC, Uptown Corp. It's going to be Floridita LLC.
Floridita LLC, and
Correct.
previously is what?
Floridita Uptown.
Floridita
Corp.
Uptown. Just one second.
They've been there for
So-
25
so-
years.
You came here in October last year,
Mhm.
and it was approved. Actually, it was objection because you didn't come. You didn't show up. I'm sorry.
Actually, you know what happened, guys? Because I was so
I don't
low
wanna
on the
go- I don't
totem
wanna
book.
go there.
I
No,
fell
no, no, no.
asleep. I fell asleep on the call. I'm so sorry. That was my fault.
Not a problem. So this will be a temporary license that you're requesting?
Yeah, just until they issue the permanent. It's not a big deal.
Okay.
There
So
have no incidents. Just so you know, I just wanted to let you know. No incidents, no noise complaints,
so
no
they've been-
complaints from residents, no double parking.
They've been there for 25 years, correct?
Yeah, a little more than that, but yeah.
All right, so let me just go with the specifics with the committee members. Again, it's a temporary license on Floridita, which is 177th and 176th and Broadway. As stated, they have been there for 25 years. They will have jukebox, DJ, recorded music, karaoke, live music. They indicated that the space has been soundproof. They're going to open up 7 days a week, 24 hours a day.
Yeah.
4 employees. Now, Aurelia, they open up 24/7.
Yes, they were at 2 a.m., but now that there are 24 hours, but there's still, there are days that are closing early because of lack of staff.
Please tell us the hours of alcohol serving. What would that be?
Alcohol service is from 12 until 4 a.m.
Which days?
every day, but usually it doesn't last that long.
Okay. Committee members, they do have an A on the last health inspection. They submitted a copy of the menu. They also made a copy of the floor plan and also the public sign. I myself, I would put some steps, and I would not recommend that they open up, that they serve alcohol until 4 p.m., 4 a.m. on a daily basis. I will go against that. But on that now, I'm going to allow other committee members to chime in.
I'm good with those stipulations.
You good with, Angel?
With the stipulations you mentioned.
Okay. What steps would you like to see in place? Well, let me go with the steps. Good neighbor sign. You said that they have a sound limit in place, Aurelia?
Yes, they completely soundproof the places. There's no noise emanating from the location. and they do not open the front doors. There's a double block door for that purpose. There's no sound emitting from the location.
Okay, so 3 steps on my side. A good neighbor sign to be posted outside of the location. A no double parking sign because it's also the same area of pick and eat. And earlier, those dimensions are 3 feet high times 2 feet wide of the no double parking sign, and contact info of managing charge. And at least on my end, I will propose that the hours of operation to be from for alcohol serving to be
Isidro, just before you propose the hours, I would say, we've never had a violation there. No sale to minor in 25 years. It's still Sonia and her children that are going to be running the location. We've never even had a disciplinary in 25 years. I think that they are the ones that should have their 4 a.m. license. They don't use it till 4 a.m. But, you know, it's sometimes if somebody wants to get a drink till 4 a.m., why limit them? That doesn't make sense to me. Why not reward the people who are doing it right?
We have a lot of residents in that area.
Yeah, but we're doing it right. We've never had a disciplinary.
As a committee member, I can dictate and ask any type of hours that should be.
No, I understand that.
So don't limit my rights and don't limit the rights of this committee members either.
But what I'm saying is, if we're trying to set an example, you just went through a half an hour with Prime because they're a bad operator. And now a good operator who's been there 25 years, you want to punish by limiting their hours. They don't even use them, but even if they want to go till 4, why not? They're entitled to have 4 a.m. as a licensee in New York. I don't understand.
Aurelia, don't even go there. And I highly recommend that you understand. Don't even go there because I'm being extremely flexible here. I'm being extremely flexible. Yes, they have had no problems. Guess what? They do well, they can come back and they change the hours. But I myself, I'm not going to vote in favor of 4 a.m. on a daily basis on an establishment that is open 24/7. My recommendation is that this establishment be hours of operation for serving alcohol Thursdays through Sundays until 4 a.m. The rest of the days until 3 a.m.
That's fine.
I think that's fair.
So you see that's why you cannot allow or you know, I'm really annoyed at this. I think it's fair. I mean, beyond anyway. Committee members.
I agree that those are fair hours and the stipulations that you mentioned are also fair.
Very well. With 3 steps, the good neighbor sign, no parking, and a contact info of managing charge in case any issues for the issue to be rectified right there and then. And the hours for alcohol serving will be from Thursdays through Sundays until 4 a.m. and then Monday through Wednesdays until 3 a.m.
Okay.
You see all this fighting for nothing. Anyway, on that end, let's go to Angel.
Isidro, how do you vote?
Yes.
I vote yes. Leo, how do you vote? Leo?
Sorry, I had a problem with the mute button. I vote yes, and I agree with you, Cedar. I think it's fair.
Carl, how do you vote?
Yes. First of all, what's the cross street?
That is 177.
And 176 Street on Broadway.
Yeah. Broadway, 177 from Broadway.
Yes.
And Robin, how do you vote? Sorry,
Yes.
Carl, how do you vote?
Yes. Yes.
Robin, how do you vote?
Yes.
Okay, so that's for 5 votes in support, no opposition, no abstentions. The motion passes.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Have a good evening.
Thank you. It's a really good establishment that serves really good food, Carl, at a really great price. The food is really fresh. You can go there like any time of the day or night, and the food will be fresh and at a really good price. Sonia has been a great operator in the community, and she's very active. There's no doubt about that. So I'm sure they're going to do well.
Thank you, everyone. Have a good evening. Happy New Year.
Thank
Have a
you,
good one.
Aurelia, take care of yourself. Let's proceed to the last agenda item, please.
Sure. So our last agenda item today is Cafe 56 Corp. Located at 138 West Audubon Avenue at the corner of West 172nd Street. The applicant is seeking for a new restaurant wine license and temporary retail permit. Do we have a representative for Cafe 56 Corp?
Yes, Osvaldo Rosario here.
And what's your association with the establishment?
I am the president and owner,
Sorry, what's your name again, sir?
Osvaldo Rosario.
And you are the president and owner, right?
I'm sorry?
You are the owner, correct?
Yeah, the president and the owner, yes.
President. Osvaldo. You did submit an application with a complete questionnaire. The only issue that I have with this application is that you submitted a floor plan that
I'm sorry. Yeah, I drew it off. I drew it off myself. There was something quick. I could get something better diagram on it.
yeah, in order for us to proceed, we would like to see the floor plan. We'll have like the proper dimensions, the entrance, how long the entrance is, the entrance to the restroom to see if it's accessible or not. And for that, we need to see the measurements. That doesn't have those particular measurements. And I would recommend that you perhaps think about bringing
Pause. He's frozen.
more detail. Can you hear us?
No, yes. You froze for a second.
You froze there, Chair.
Oh,
You may have to repeat yourself. You were frozen.
Sorry, what did I leave?
The
You were
last thing was the
explaining-
diagram. I think I should have. I'm not be investing in I'll get somebody like an architect to draw the diagram for it.
And it doesn't have to be expensive as well. So just try to make sure that all dimensions are correct. Where the restroom is going to be, are there any impediments for people on disability that can have access to the restrooms? Where the chairs are going to be located, the tables, and I would not want to take any punitive actions against your establishment.
Yes.
If you do bring those the floor plan,
Mhm.
then we could definitely entertain your application next month, and you'll proceed in contacting Chanel, so you can reapply next month. And if that is the decision, then I will ask for you to withdraw this application so that we will not vote on the matter
Wow.
and not take any punitive action against you.
Is there any way that you guys could listen to me out and then make your decision, and then the floor plan I could submit it afterwards?
No,
Is that-
usually the practice has to be that we get all the documents properly in time before we make the decision. So we cannot make the decision, then receive the floor plan.
That's been common practice with the committee.
Yeah. Just I'm gonna give you a little bit of history, even though it's maybe non from it.
You froze. You muted.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I've been I have 10 years of experience in the industry, in the cafe, besides I work in the hospital too. In the hospital, I work as in the supply chain. I work in the anesthesias. That's why I've still got my surgical cap on. And I ran a business with my dad for 10 years in 90 Nagel from 2009 to late 2018. That was in 34th precinct. Had great relationships with them. At the time, it was Captain Gutierrez. Again, I'm just going something smaller now, something to make it intimate, and that's basically it. And that's why, believe it or not, it's old because I remember the old community members, not to say I don't remember none of you guys when I used to go to the community board. There was a lady in a wheelchair. I remember she was always on the community board. And so what I remember was that I did submit a floor plan like that and it actually passed. So I know that times are different and I apologize in advance for wasting your time on that end.
No, it's not a waste of time. That was Edith. She was on our committee and I was there.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
but I was there.
Idanis was there too, I remember, and all of that stuff. So
Unfortunately, Edith passed. She's no longer with us, but she was a strong advocate on accessibility. And I'm sure that even now, you know, she would have liked to see the measurements to make sure that.
yeah, of course.
Yeah, would be able to. fit.
Especially her with the wheelchair, that she wanted a wheelchair accessible bathroom. That was her big thing. I remember that. Back
Yeah,
in the days.
and it still is. It's a requirement by the state and the city to have everyone accessible. Every
Mhm.
student accessible.
Okay.
So Swallow, you're going to withdraw this application, correct?
I assume, yes. I have no choice. Yes.
It's best to do that because we don't want to take a vote and vote in a negative. So
Gotcha.
this will not have any impact on the history of the establishment. And please reach out to Chanel so you can do the process once again. And also, you know, continue with the temporary request to get a license. That will be a lot faster for you to get a license.
Yeah. Anything else before we I know I'm going to withdraw. Anything else that you see in the questionnaire that I missed? Because it's been a while. Just want to make sure that my P's and Q's are my dots and my I's are
Well,
crossed.
based on what we have on the questionnaire, you know, the capacity is 74. And the hours of operations on a daily basis are until 2 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
I know that this area is a little bit active.
Hot. Yeah. Yes.
But this is a wine
Yeah.
request.
I do not want no hard liquor. No. Mm-mm.
So, you know, the hours are not that bad. And I'll just ask you a lot of questions about the neighborhood because it's an interesting place. All right.
Yeah.
So
I know.
Do come back to us next month, and we're looking forward to hearing more about your project, what it's all about, what we would expect, and how the community will benefit.
All right. Well, thank you so much, guys, and sorry for wasting the time for you guys, but I appreciate it.
We're looking forward to seeing you next month. Take care of
All
yourself.
right. God bless, guys. Good night.
Committee members, thank you for your patience. I know that sometimes we don't have every single applicant to be on a model on how we expect them to behave. Sometimes we will see operators that are not doing operating in a nice way, in a nice business way. There'll be violations. It's part of nature. I know that on the particular case where we did not vote in favor of this young lady on getting her dream to establish her own business, I know it's a thorn, but it's only a month that we can wait to see how this issue can be rectified. She will no longer be part of Prime. She will come back, and whatever we can do to assist will be there. But in my mind and my conscience, I always got to be clear that we are here to protect both the businesses and the residents.
I agree.
Well said.
I think that, we cannot be finger pointed to be discriminating against anyone in any way, shape, or form. We have been consistent, and we hope that through the time that we are given to assist the community, that we are fair to everyone. And that's, I think, that what we're trying to do here. But I'm grateful for your input. Leo, you changed my mind on one applicant. And that's how we should be, because sometimes we don't know it all. I don't pretend to know it all. And that's why we're here as a committee to interject and, say certain things about how things are being run and to make sure that we are on the same page. So I'm very grateful for your input and you as well, Carl, to you as well, Robin, as always. So if there are any questions or no comments, I think we can adjourn.
Second.
Very well. Thank you so much. Have a good night. Take care of yourself,
Thank you.
guys. And
All right, take care, guys.
Good night.
Thank
Good
you.
night, guys.